I am James McAvoy, and I play lots of people in the film Glass.
Hey, I'm Night Shyamalan. I'm the writer-director of Glass. Unbreakable was these three movies together, essentially. Kind of broke them apart and then made Unbreakable. Because if you think about Unbreakable, it does feel like the first act, doesn't it? It's like the first act of a movie. It was always meant to be this story, so it just took me a long time to get to it.
I was daunted. It was originally 23 characters. He cut out 3 of them, so you only see 20 in the movie. It was a lot. I was like, why are we doing this? But it was good. It was exciting. The most difficult thing, I think, is to play a character who's badly written, or if you're getting bad direction. Luckily, I didn't have too much of that. So it makes it easier when the writing is good. The difficult thing was playing 20 different people, doing the work of 20 characters in the same amount of time that I'd usually get to do the work of one character. So that was the tricky thing more than anything else. But the writing was good, so it helps you get there easier.
You know, that's happening right now. You know, I finished the movie recently and then started to promote the movie. And so, you know, the introduction of the movie to the audience is the final part of the storytelling for me, you know, because my movies are sold on me, this part of it, of talking to you guys and going to each country, is the last part of making the movie.
David Dunn probably feels like the most superhero-y. Well, he's the only hero, I guess. Elijah, Mr. Glass, and the Beast, they're sort of the villainy ones, they're villains. The super strength, that's sort of, and the impervious sort of nature of David Dunn, that is such a classic superhero thing, you know? Yeah, but I guess growing up, my favourite superhero was Gambit. Yeah, I think he's probably my favourite superhero.
In the comics, probably Flash is one that's really interesting and meaningful to me. The idea of speed is really a powerful thing, and whenever I see a drawing of him like moving fast, it always felt, you know, they would draw blurring, you know, and I would feel like, wow, that's really interesting to not be in this temporal space. So that one was very interesting.
The Riddler, I quite liked growing up, and I've always had a soft spot for Magneto, but people don't know that.
I mean, I tend to like the philosophical ones more, that have a kind of an anarchy kind of where they're coming from. They lose faith, because then I feel like, oh, they're just flip sides of the good guys. And so obviously Joker's a big one.
I think it's both, and I think it's also a film about people with mental health issues as well. So I think it's a lot of things other than just a superhero movie. I think you can't just have a superhero movie anymore. You've got to have a superhero movie that's a little bit of something else, do you know what I mean? It's got to be a horror movie, or it's got to be a comedy, or it's got to be a romance, or it's got to be a buddy movie. You can't just keep doing superhero movies and going, I'm saving the day, da, da, da. You've got to put a little bit of something more interesting into it, because we've seen so many of them lately. They're getting, I think it gets stale if you don't mix it up and you don't sort of hang them off the frame of something else.
Equal parts thriller and comic book movie. But if you were asking me as a filmmaker, it's a thriller.
Bruce, Sam, me. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's it.
Unexpected, comic book deconstructed. Those are 3 words.